to English for You. I'm Kat.
I'm Elsie.
And today we are in an escape room.
Yeah, 我们又在密室逃脱的密室里面咯。
Yeah, we're in a gloomy old pub. We figured out that we fainted because of some purple drinks. Yeah.
We had some purple drinks and we fainted and we're here.
Yeah, and there was a handcuff tying us to the chair, an armchair.
我们被这个手铐铐住了，铐在那个扶手椅上面。
Yeah, but we just found the code to the lock on the cuff. It was 1979.
1979。
Yeah.
从 main courses 那个菜单的部分找出来的。
That's right, because they were the only ones with only one number.
Yeah, so how are we going to use this code and how are we going to get out?
Well, I think the code has to go to the lock, the combination lock. So we go 1, 9,
密码锁那边
9,
1979给它转上去。
Should that work?
Maybe.
Okay, well, let's find out. And then after we find out, we'll see how we proceed, how we go on solving this mystery.
Reading. Escape from the pub of bad dreams. Great! Now that I'm free from this chair, I'll have a look around. Seeing is a bit tricky in here. It's so dim. It seems the main door is locked. I'll have to find another way. Wait, what's this on the bar? It's an ancient ship's compass, and it looks like it's been placed here for a reason. There's also a letter next to it. Now I guess I have to go to the south side of the room. There's nothing here apart from this dusty cabinet. There's something that looks a bit like an old telephone inside, except it has letters instead of numbers. There's also a magazine and another neatly written note. I wonder if I need to do something with these.
Hello, Detective Spade. It seems you've passed my first little test. If you thought I'd return the girl so easily, you were mistaken. Oh, don't worry. She's safe for now. But you must keep playing if you want to see her again.
Well, you know what? The code worked.
Wow!
Great! Now I'm free from this chair. I'll have a look around.
太好了，现在我挣脱这张椅子了，我要来看看四周到底有什么，一定还有很多的 clues 线索。
Seeing is a bit tricky in here. It's so dim. So, yeah.
So it's hard to see clearly.
It is. Seeing is a bit tricky. Tricky is this adjective that means something is a bit difficult. It needs some thought. It needs some problem solving to overcome. Tricky can also mean a little dangerous. Like if you do the wrong thing, something bad could happen. Tricksy is a bit different. A person who's tricksy is someone who wants to deceive you. They're not honest. I don't know if Elsie's tricksy.
Oh, you gotta be careful.
But seeing and here sure is tricky. Yeah, so we got ourselves into a tricky spot while we were hiking, where we couldn't walk down the mountain because all the roads were too steep. That's our example of tricky.
Tricky 这个形容词呢，代表难对付的或是难辨别的，像是 tricky tricky question 代表就是难对付的问题，难回答的问题。A tricky situation 难应付的状况。So for example, parking can be tricky in Taipei sometimes.
Oh, all the time.
Right, 在台北停车有的时候是很困难的。那 tricky 也可以用来形容人哦。A tricky person 代表是一个狡诈、狡猾的人。
So we have a tricky situation here. Yeah, because we can't see very well.
Right, it's so dim in here.
It's really, really dim. I think we should learn a little bit more about what dim means. Dim is an adjective that means not bright, not very bright. It's dark because of a lack of sunlight or a lack of indoor light. But you're still able to see a little bit. It's not pitch black. It's similar to gloomy on day one, but less about being sad and more about it's just really dark. It just means pretty dark. A dim place can be lit up though. However, you might also call a person dim. And this means their brain is not too good versus, you call somebody bright, it means they're intelligent. You shouldn't call somebody dim. It's just something that we can say. All right, so an example sentence for dim. The sky became dim as the sun disappeared over the edge of the world.
Dim 这个形容词呢，代表光线暗的或是昏暗的。那相反，明亮的、光亮的，我们用 bright 这个字。不过刚刚 Kate 有提到 bright 也可以用来形容人是聪明的，所以相反来说 dim 它也可以形容人是比较愚笨的。那这边呢，课文说到酒吧里看不太清楚，因为很昏暗。
Aha. So let's try the door here. It seems the main door is locked.
The main door is locked?
Yeah, so we can't get out that way.
看起来大门是上锁的。So we can't get out that way. We
cannot.
Have to find...
Yeah, I'll have to find another way.
Another way, yeah.
Wait, what's this on the bar? First of all, what is a bar? I mean, we're in one. We're in a pub. But a bar is kind of a little bit of a different thing. I think we will call a pub a bar in the US, or, it's a different kind of establishment. But a bar is a long, tall table where you sit or stand to get alcoholic drinks. So the bartender is the person serving the drinks, and they work behind the bar. Bars usually have a lot of people gathered around them. They're seen as places for adults to talk to each other and be social. Sometimes the whole place is called a bar. Sometimes just the area inside the restaurant for drinks is called the bar. So we are looking at the bar in here. An example sentence, my husband and I will sit at the bar. We'd like to order some drinks.
Bar 在这边指的是酒吧的吧台，所以我们在 pub 里面看着那个吧台，那它也可以指酒吧本身哦。所以呢，课文这边说的是，我必须找另外一个地方出去，因为 main door 大门是上锁的。等等 ，wait， 吧台上那个是什么啊
？Oh, so there's something on the bar.
Yes.
Oh, I see it. It's an ancient ship's compass, and it looks like it's been placed here for a reason. Okay, so a compass. A compass is an instrument that they use to tell where north is. It uses magnetic fields to spin a needle to always face north. So if you go hiking or if you're out in nature, it's a good idea to have one because anytime you can tell where is north. It's a little disc. Kind of looks like a watch. Yeah.
Compass 指的是指南针或是罗盘。那我们这边看到的是 it's being placed here. 这个 it's 代表的是 it has. It has been placed here. 它是用到现在完成被动式，代表这个东西啊，从过去到现在都被放在这边。那这个东西就是一个古老船只的罗盘。而且被放在这儿应该是有原因的。
Yeah, okay. There's also a letter next to it. Okay.
罗盘旁边还有一封信。You got the letter.
Got it.
Okay.
It's to us.
It's to us.
If we are Detective Spade. Dear Detective Spade, I've come up with some little puzzles for you to solve. That is, if you want to see this lovely little girl alive. If you're reading this, you must have already figured out one puzzle, which means you're smarter than you appear.
Okay, so if you want to see this lovely little girl alive, you have to keep playing, right? 你要继续玩这个游戏啊。
So here's the second.
Here's the second. 第二个线索。
Okay, so it says, neither you nor I care much for the sun. What does that mean?
你跟我都不在意太阳。
And there's a central line that I can never overcome.
有一条中线是我永远没办法征服的。
Sincerely zero.
真挚的 zero.
What?
So zero is the person that wrote this letter, right?
Apparently. Or maybe it's the clue.
Oh.
So I think
zero.
Zero. So I think there's a line and something about the sun and zero. Do you think it had something to do with a map?
地图吗？
I'm not sure.
Or north and south, and the central line is...
I think you got it. Yeah, the central line is the equator.
北边、南边 central line 那条中线就是 equator， 就是赤道。
That's right.
所以这条线 I can never overcome.
That's right.
跨不过去，所以这边是南和北。 那现在我们要去哪一边？
I think
should we
it's
go now?
south.
South?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I guess I have to go to the south side of the room.
现在我应该要去房间的南边。
All right, so we go to the south side.
Okay, let's try.
There's nothing here apart from this dusty cabinet.
Okay.
Okay, so we have something here that's dusty. It's covered in dust or it's full of dust, probably from not being used or touched in a very long time. So if you run your finger across it, you're going to get a dirty finger. Now, what it is a cabinet. It's a piece of furniture for storing things. Usually it's a tall box with a door or two doors on the front that open and close. If the doors go left to right like this, then they're drawers. We don't call it a cabinet then. If they go top to bottom though, it's a cabinet. You see them in kitchens. You might also put your shoes in one. Your clothes don't go in a cabinet though, they go in a wardrobe. That's a big, big cabinet. So for an example sentence, please put the plates up in the cabinet after you've washed and dried them.
Dusty 这个形容词呢，代表的是布满灰尘的。那如果你把字尾的 y 去掉，你会看到 dust， 它指的就是灰尘本身。那记得它是不可以数的哦。那刚刚还讲到一个字是 cabinet， 它指的是橱柜。柜子，那记得它会是纵向的，如果是横向的话，我们会叫它 drawer。那你的衣柜，我们说是 wardrobe。那另外呢，我们还看到一个片语是 apart from， 它代表的是除了或是除了点点点之外，还有别的东西。For example, there was nobody in the classroom apart from Danny， 代表当时除了 Danny 在教室之外，没有别人。或者是我们可以说 apart from this, he still has another problem to deal with. 除了这一个，他还有其他的问题要应付。这里除了这个布满灰尘的储藏柜之外，什么都没有。
Well, that's interesting. So we're on the south side of the room. The only thing here is this dusty old cabinet.
Yes.
There's something that looks a bit like an old telephone inside, except it has letters instead of numbers.
Interesting. 里面有一个看起来有点像古老电话的东西，除了上面不是数字，是字母。
There's also a magazine. It's English for you.
吼吼，有杂志，是 English for you 的杂志。
A magazine and another neatly written note. Oh, okay. So first let's discuss what is neatly.
Okay.
Neatly is an adverb that means with clean lines. There's no mess, no mistakes. Someone who has neat handwriting has writing that's easy to read. It's simple. It looks like it almost could come off a computer. Neat organization, things like that, looks clean and simple, and it's very nice to look at. Doing things neatly means doing them well, doing them simply. So for an example sentence, Jenna's desk is neatly organized so that all her files are easy to find and look clean.
Neatly 这个副词代表整齐的、整洁的。那 ly 去掉，你看到 neat 这个形容词，那就是整齐的、整洁的形容的字。那我们这边说到呢，里面还有一本杂志和一张书写整齐的便条。
I wonder if I need to do something with these.
我在想是不是要拿这个来做些什么？ I think we have to. We should.
I think so. So here's what the clue says, the handwritten note. It's very neat. People say good things come in threes. 1, something about weather.
跟天气有关，
Okay. 2, something about highways.
跟公路
And
有关，
3, something about broadcast.
跟广播有关。I have no idea here.
I think it has to do with the magazine.
哦，跟杂志有关系。
So, if you find sentences in the magazine that have these words in them, something like that, then I think you might be able to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, or you can check
Yeah. Check
each
in
lesson's title.
Yeah, you could. So, why don't you pause for a second and take a look through the magazine. See if you can solve this one on your own.
找找看，
Because I think we've got it.
找找看有没有任何杂志上面是跟 weather, highways 跟 broadcast 有关系的。
Oh, the phone is ringing.
OK.
Oh. Hello, Detective Spade?
Hello, Detective Spade. Spade 侦探你好。
Oh my God, it's the person, I think it's the pub owner.
OK.
He says, it seems you've passed my first test, my first little test.
似乎你已经通过我的第一个小测验。
If you thought I'd return the girl so easily, You were mistaken.
Mistaken? What does mistaken mean?
Well, I guess we should explain, right? Or else we won't understand what he's saying. All right, mistaken is an adjective. It comes from the verb to mistake, though. It's from the passive mistake, mistook, mistaken. So a mistake means you messed up or you were wrong. To be mistaken as an adjective means to think the wrong thing about something because you had wrong information or made a wrong guess. If I said, oh, I thought Elsie didn't speak Chinese, I'd be mistaken. She speaks Chinese very well. It's about having wrong facts, not having different opinions. Also, to be mistaken for somebody has a different meaning. That means somebody thinks a thing or a person is something that it's not. So you could say, Tom gets mistaken for a famous actor a lot. That means people think he's a famous actor, but he's just a normal guy. So here's an example of mistaken. There is a mistaken belief among some people that vaccines can cause you to become disabled.
我们以前学过 mistake 当名词用是错误，所以 to make a mistake 是犯错。那 mistaken 这个过去分词呢，你可以拿来把它当作形容词用，代表弄错的、误解的。所以 you're mistaken 代表 you're wrong in what you believe， 你弄错了，你误会了。那接下来呢，我们看到课文里说的是，如果也就是那个人打电话给 Detective Spade， 他说，如果你认为我会这么轻易的归还这个女孩，那你就错了。
Oh my gosh, so it means that we still have more to do. But the guy says, don't worry, she's safe. For now. But you must keep playing if you want to see her again.
所以别担心，她是安全的，但是 for now 代表就目前来说，之后不保证哦。然后电话那头又继续说，如果你想要看到她，那你就要继续玩。
So the game isn't over.
It's not over.
But we don't get an ending. So what are we going to do?
Maybe we'll be forever trapped in this room.
That would be a bummer. Yeah, that would be kind of, you know, not great. I would not like that very much.
Or maybe our students can solve the puzzle.
Maybe so. Maybe you guys can help us.
Yep.
Please. Yeah, so that's all we have for, you know, that. I think we should go to our For You chat.
Yes.
For You chat.
All right, so we don't yet know where Joanne is or, you know, how we can get to her. Students have to solve that. But
yeah, we haven't figured it out.
Yeah, but it's okay. It makes me think of the fact that there's a lot of movies and, you know, books that are actually like these kind of mysteries. Have you seen any like that?
There's one called Ready or Not.
Oh, yeah?
Have you watched this one before?
I don't think I have.
Okay, so it's about a bride. 一个新娘, a bride that has to play this killing game.
What?
With her husband's family on the night of the wedding day.
So she has to kill them?
Or she would be killed.
What? That sounds...
Because the husband's parents want to see if she's qualified to marry to their family.
So does she have to kill the parents too?
She has to kill people, or if she's not fast enough, she will be killed by some people from the family.
This sounds insane.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun movie to watch though, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
What about you?
I mean...
Have you seen any?
I definitely have seen some like mystery movies. You know, there's Sherlock Holmes. It's a great TV show. Yeah. And there's lots of different escape rooms that have these same kind of ideas where you're trying to get out of something by solving a bunch of puzzles in a row. Yeah. I like to play video games like that too.
Oh, video games. That would be cool.
Yes. So you guys can try and keep solving this puzzle. And, you know, you could try out a real-life escape room. They're actually really, really fun. And maybe even a little harder than this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all the time we have. We hope we're not stuck here forever. But in case we are, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review. Tricky. Jack thought the puzzle was really tricky because it required good math skills, which he doesn't have. Dim. Mark could hardly read the book, as the candle provided the only light in the dim room. Bar. There are 4 old men sitting at the bar, talking about the world as they drink their beer. Cabinet. The old lady likes to keep her fancy plates in a cabinet so all her guests can see them. Neatly. Danny's mother was very pleased because he had very neatly put away all his clothes. Mistaken. Mary thought the girl next to her was her friend, but she was mistaken. They just looked alike.
智慧小补帖
Compass. Dusty.